Welcome back. This is Bonita Creek RC, and today I'm going to be working on my Red Cat Ascent 18. With these wheels and tires I have on it, these are 58mm Injora Mud Paws, and they're okay. They just kind of lack in forward drive, and I think it's mostly because of how concentrated the center lug is. It's pretty much smooth. But also the Injora silicone inserts I have in here are a little overstuffed, so I'm gonna unmount all the tires and trim the inserts. I'm gonna go drive it, see how the tires conform and how the grip profile looks. Just gonna see how they do, and then I'm gonna come and trim the inserts. I haven't quite decided how I'm gonna do it yet, and it's kind of hard to explain the couple different ways I'm thinking about doing it. So we're gonna go hit the course and snap. Okay, on this line where we test the tires, we try and see just how slow we can drive up this. I just keep stalling, it's a little too low, so I'll make it go a little faster. Do a little steering. And if I go just a little faster, does it pretty good, but it still has some hesitations. So some of my other rigs go straight up with no hesitations, and some of them just kind of get stopped right around there in the middle, and I have to really do some steering, get the steering just right so the tires can get in a little notch and grip. Because this river rock is pretty slippery. Alright, so let's see, let's try right here. There's a pretty nasty undercut right where the rear passenger tire is. Right there. I need to do some maintenance on here. The dogs keep digging around it and I just push the dirt back, so now it's just like powder all around it. Let's see. The driver front tire should be able to pull there. See, like it's hesitating there for a little bit, but now it can't pull because that rear tire's in the hole. See, I'll go a little more on the driver's side, trying to keep the rear out of that hole, but the bumper's caught in the dirt. And like here, the tires just didn't have the drive. That's kind of funny. All right, let's see how it does here. This is some more of that river rock, so it's pretty slippery. So it's not hitting on the belly, it's just hitting on the rear bumper. Let's see, it wants to do it, so it just doesn't quite have the grip. See, the rear tire there is not squishing hardly at all. So I think with some softer inserts, I think it'll do this. Let's see if it'll do it with like a little bump. Almost. It has a lot of fallback right there. So let's see if I can get it kind of in that notch. It usually gets up on the sliders real bad. Oh, it got up, but usually it falls back or it swings around. Yeah, it didn't roll over. See how it does going up this. Ooh. It's too light in the front. I don't think it'll make it. Oh yeah, it's just too light. Standing on the rear bumper. So try a little bump. Nope, fell right off. The problem is this one's not as far out as this one, so they hit at different times, so it twists the vehicle off the side. So some of my other vehicles do it without any hesitation, like my Ascent 18. I have Injora XHX pins on it, and it does it without even any wheel slip. Of course, those are competition pins, so it's not gonna have any problems with it like a 70s mud tire would. What these tires do well though is on dirt. Let's see. I just keep getting sucked off in like little crevices, but so let's see. It's like the grip on there, that's what's up, just up on the belly right there, so a little reverse. That's solid. That's difficult. It's so, the surface of this is so crumbly. It's hard to get a tire to grip on that. These tires just love dirt is what it is. And it makes sense because they're a mud tire. I think with the softer, once I trim the inserts and they're a little softer, I think it'll be able to grip better on rock. And I may also trim some of the center lugs, so we'll just have to, I'm gonna try the inserts first, and then if that doesn't work, I'll try trimming the lugs on the tires. So fried it. Probably shouldn't do that, it's gonna scratch up the body a bunch, but I don't really care I don't really care about it that much. So let's see. Just got it off camera. Ooh, almost. It's so slippery with how the dry and crumbly this dirt is. Full throttle? Nope. Was so fried again. Oh, the dirt's just too soft. Oh, almost. Yeah, I'm just wasting battery now. One more try, let's see. No, messed that up. There we go. If it self-rights, I'll give it another shot. So let's see. Trying to. Oh, whoa. Oh no, I screwed that up. Nope. Oh well. All right, I'm gonna drive it in this loose dirt here. It's kind of like sand, I guess, or mud. Just kind of how it is. Let's see how it does in here. Well, these tires love it. They're just going. Oh, it bogged down. Yeah, high centered. So I think, let's see, with a little momentum. Ooh. Oh yeah, almost no problem with a little momentum. Do a little steering with the tires. There we go. Just had to use the right throttle technique. So we'll do it up in reverse. Yeah, it's going. Slowly but surely. Gonna have to blow it out. That's gonna be a lot of dust up in there. Woo-ha! Yeah, this thing's fun. Going for make it up that side. No. And bog down. So let's see, let's get it right on top. Yeah. So what I'm doing is, like, I go forward until it bogs down. See it bog down there? It's high centered. So I go backward a bit until it's right on the rise, and then I kind of roll into the throttle so it doesn't eat down again, and it can get its momentum up again. So, yeah. All right, this thing is pretty dirty, so clean it up and then we'll dismount the tires. All right, got this one apart, and man, it really got dirty from the 2 holes I punched in there. But I had to do that because if you only have a vent hole in the beadlock ring, what happens with the silicone insert is that the silicone just seals it. So you have to have a hole in the tire. I do it on the sidewall for the minis, and then in the top of the tread for 1/10 scale tires, but it wouldn't really work on this tire to do it on the top of the tread. So these tires have a pretty concentrated center lug, and it's just so smooth. It's like, I don't know, it just doesn't even, like, my finger just slides on it. It doesn't even grab it all. But like on the edges here, it kind of grips as edges just for stuff to catch on. So I don't know how I would trim this. I was thinking maybe like cutting it there on both of them, or maybe just cutting out this, like this slug, like everywhere. So like do this slug and then that one. But I don't really want it to look like I don't want it to turn into a tractor tire. Like it kind of already looks like that, but I don't know. Oh, those tires are starting to get a little feather on the lugs. That's good. Starting to break in, and it should be gripping better. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this tread, but I'm gonna start with the insert. I feel like these tires are just a little overstuffed inside. Like I was thinking, like maybe cut it here and then leave this one on, and then cut out this one. I don't know. I'm gonna just take a look at it and decide what I want to do. Okay, so I think I am just gonna trim all of them. I think on the 64 millimeter size and maybe the bigger silicone inserts, this might work. But with this small of one, there's not enough of an air gap for this to really work, I don't think. So I'm just going to trim them all the way around. Okay, I'm done trimming this, and I think this will work good. Yeah, I always felt like these inserts were overstuffed inside these tires, so hopefully this kind of gets rid of a little bit of the height of that. Let's say I need to put the beadlock ring in. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to have more squish to it, but I don't know if it's going to be quite enough. I'm going to leave the edges square on it, and if I decide I still want to make it softer, I can just come in and trim them like that and then see how that works. But I'm gonna do them all like this, and then we'll see how it works from there. So I was looking at the tire, and then I realized that on the lugs right there in the middle, it's kind of hard to squeeze it with the insert, mounted with the insert, but see how that little notch doesn't go all the way down to the tire carcass? That's making the tire carcass relatively thicker right there in the center lug, really firming up the tire. So what I did was I just took my little X-Acto knife, I just cut a slit all the way down to the tire carcass between the lugs, and it really softened up the tires. So I think that will help it conform. And you could use dikes and cut a little notch so you leave a little groove and have an opening up in the center lug, but I'm going to try it just like this. Yeah, it's a lot more flexible than it was before. Like I did this when I only had half of them trimmed, and like the part that was trimmed would just squish up like that, and the top wouldn't even move. Or the side that I wouldn't move at all. So I'm gonna do this to the rest of the tires so that they're all the same. And for right now, I don't see a downside to this at all, unless you accidentally cut through the tire carcass, but you just have to be a little careful with that. Okay, here's one of the ones with the trimmed inserts, and see how it's a bit softer now. You can see about how much bag it is, and that's fully compressed. With how the silicone inserts are, they can only compress so far because the air gaps are just gone. It's just solid. And here's one of the normal ones. See, it's just a lot firmer. It has less room to actually compress because there's just a bunch more silicone in there. All right, now we'll just get this last one done and we'll go run it. Okay, got them all mounted up and got all the little bits there. So I'll just throw these on and go take it for a rip. Alright, got the tires on, ready to go hit the rocks. Alright, back on the course with the trimmed inserts, and let's see how the forward drive looks. Caught up on the side. I don't really know what's up with it. I'll try this a couple times and see if the results are all the same. That's a fair bit better. These tires do have a bit more bag now. See, like that front one up there, has a little bit of bag on there. And it pulls right up there. No wheel slip. Yeah, it's definitely worth doing, I think. And if it's worse, it doesn't cost that much. These inserts are very cheap. I think they're like 11 bucks. All right, let's see how they do going up this. Oh wow, that's night and day different. See how it does trying to get up there? It's hung up on the rear bumper. Oh wow, that's really good. I don't know how much more we can do on there, just because of bumpers and sliders, but well, there we go. Oh, I fell in the hole. There we go. All right, let's see how it does over here on this line. It is kind of difficult because of just how smooth the rock is. Ooh, that pulled straight up. The shadows are bad. Let's see if it can make it much further than that. Yeah, that's very, very good. Oh, a little hop. I think the center lug is just still too concentrated. Okay, now I'll try going up in the corner of this. It's kind of hard because it's always up on the sliders. It pulled up right there. Well, that's a lot better. And then it wants to go right up and over. That's crazy. That's very high for it to be right up on the skid and the sliders and then have it to pull over. That's pretty impressive. But now the front bumper's augered in and doesn't want to anything. You have to do some serious 3-point turn to try and get it to go in. There we go. I'm very impressed with how the trimmed inserts are doing. I think it's definitely something worth trying. Okay, let's see how it does on here. I don't think it's gonna make it. It's because last time it didn't have enough front weight. It's kind of hard because the bumper hits, so you need a little bit of speed, but then you have to line it up. That's right. There we go. So let's see if the tires can do it. So back up a little bit. Yeah, it just gets too light, and I don't think it'll handle a bump very well. Ooh, it might make it. But it is good. The inserts are kind of bouncy, see? Yeah, they are a bit more bouncy with them being trimmed and they're being softer. Like the rear tire there is getting loaded up. pretty good, and then has some squish. Let's see, I think I got it square on there. Ooh, I think if I got it lined up just right, it might make it, but it's still I'm gonna have to be pretty lucky to do it. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. All right, let's see how it does here on the dirt. It should do better. Let's see, it went over on this side. I'm just getting hung up on the skid a little. No, not on the skid, the slider. That's a lot better. All right, let's see how it does right here. It should be better. Oh yeah. These tires really were too firm before. Let's see how the tires do in the sand, I guess, with the trimmed inserts. Like they're aired down a little bit lower PSI, so they should do better. So I'll try slowly first. It's moving along, but I'm gonna start steering, and it makes it right through. All right, let's try it full throttle now. Oh yeah, no problem. Definitely, I think I haven't seen any downsides to the softer inserts. It's been they've been performing better on everything I've tested them on versus how they were before. Okay, final thoughts on the bench. I think, yeah, I'm very glad I trimmed these inserts. These tires actually do conform now. Like, they're fairly soft. I think I definitely want to get some more weight in the front. I'll probably get some Injora brass portal boxes, or maybe just a set of brass rings. I don't know. I'm very happy with how the inserts have turned out. And then the forward drive is greatly improved, and I'm not as disappointed in these tires. I was a little disappointed in them before. Just the forward drive, them being S5, I expected a little more of them. But they are coming around on me now that they have a insert that's closer to what's right for the weight of this vehicle. I think the next thing I'm gonna get for this Scout is the new Injora Rovrin brushless in-runner that they're coming out with. I think that'd be pretty cool. Since this is a trail rig, I think a pretty spicy motor would be fun to have in it. But I don't know. Like, this one has the Injora Purple Viper, which is 2800 kV. I don't remember what the Rovrin's kV is. I'll have to check it. I'll write it down on there for you. I want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. If you have any ideas of stuff you'd like to see on the channel, I'd try and make it happen if I can. Yeah, if you have any ideas for videos, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. And we'll see you in the next one.